Oh, that's too low. Let me lift you up so you're not looking up at me, silhouetted against the sky. Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox, in well need of a camera crew. There we go, that's better. And in need of some more caffeine. Fall is coming. Look at this, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It's 1:30. I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. I wrote a new excerpt of Fade to Black, FTB, for the Jarls and Berserkers. And living out here off-grid, I'm trying to just log into the Patreon page so that I can then copy-paste it and yada yada. So that should be up eventually today, I hope. Have you heard the concept you have, right? Skill set, mindset, tool set. And actually the way that should go is a mindset, skill set, tool set. And way too many Americans focus on tool set. Mindset's your motivation, right? And your attitude. I've talked about that before. Skill set is things you actually learn. Just watching a YouTube video or reading a book, you don't know it. You have to be able to apply it. If you have a skill set, you should be able to apply that skill set under varying conditions and still achieve success. The only way you do that is by doing it over and over and over under varying conditions. For a prepper, one of the most important and important skill set for preppers is camping. You should know how to camp. You should be comfortable camping. And I'm not talking about with your radio and your gas stove and your pop-out camper and your folding lawn chairs. I'm talking the closer you get to bushcraft type camping, old Boy Scout type camping, old school camping, and are able to do that, the better. Now you can take your camper and your folding chairs and all the things to a campground and still practice those other skills. Right? You know, you can do it at different levels, but you should be really comfortable being out here. And to that end, I know summer is the camping season, and that's mostly because the kids are off school, right? But a lot of y'all, either your kids are grown, or you don't yet have kids, or you homeschool. Good move. And so time doesn't really matter in that way. And that being said, my favorite season of the year, it's fast approaching, fall, autumn. I love it. It's not too cold yet. It's not winter. It's not hot anymore. At the right part of fall, it gets a little crisp and cool at night. It makes sitting around that campfire with your collar turned up kind of fun and pleasant. The bugs are gone. Whew, it smells good. The leaves are turning colors. Yeah, so you should start planning some outings, some fall outings, whether that's a camp out or hiking or going fishing or the kind of main subject of today, hunting. Do you hunt? If you eat meat, and you should, because, you know, 2 eyes in front gives you stereo vision, which makes you a predator. If you eat meat, you should hunt. Not know how to hunt, you should hunt. Go hunting. The reason I talked about mindset, skill set, tool set is hunting in this country, in the US of A, is a probably billion-dollar industry. It's definitely a multi-million-dollar industry. It might be a multi-billion-dollar industry. They just sell so much stuff that you need to go hunting, and you don't need any of it. It's like running. Running is a pretty big industry financially, and all you need is a pair of shoes and shorts, and if you're a woman, some kind of top. That's all you need. You know, but they sell millions and millions of dollars worth of stuff. It's the same thing with hunting. With hunting, what you need is adequate clothing. I'll get to that. and a rifle or a shotgun, depending on what you're hunting. It doesn't need to be anything special. They all work. You don't need to spend $1 bazillion to be a successful hunter. Go into a Cabela's, I don't know if they have them anymore, or a Bass Pro Shop or something like that, and just look at the sea of beautiful camouflage. All different patterns, all made for different environments. Pick up any hunting magazine and it's just ad after ad after ad after ad. And it's like, you need this stuff to go hunting, man. You need this $400 suit to go hunting. If I'd thought this video through, I wouldn't have this sweatshirt on, but I kind of like this sweatshirt. Choose wisely. Almost anything you have that is suitable for the weather will work for hunting. This is pushing it a little bit. This is really light color. But against that sky, that's pretty good, right? If I was up in a tree, this would be pretty good. Because I kind of look like the sky. But if this was in any dark color, it could be purple. It could be chartreuse. I'm not even really sure what color that is. Plus, I'm colorblind. But it could be red or dark red, or orange, or green, or brown, or blue, or black. Any kind of darkish color will work fine out there because deer are colorblind. They can't tell. And so let's get to what you need, because you really should go hunting. You really should. That's my main point. I'm going to get into a little bit about how to deer hunt without doing a fancy video with all the kit and all the gear and tell you everything you need to buy. Go where the deer are. Sit. I always get this confused. Downwind. So the wind is blowing in your face when you're looking at the deer. Sit downwind. Be very still and shoot the deer when it comes out. Not that hard. I've killed a lot of deer. I don't cheat. I don't shoot them at night with a light over bait, which is like way too easy, which is why they're all going to get wiped out soon after an event happens, because they're ridiculously easy to kill if you cheat. But having said that, you should still be able to get a couple of your deer before the supply dries up, and you're not going to be able to do that if you don't know how to hunt. And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about clothes. Be warm and dry enough to be able to sit still, because moving like this while you're hunting means you're not going to see anything. You have to sit totally still, just like this, and only move your eyes. And constantly move your eyes and look. Look near, look middle, look far. Switch, look far, look middle, look near, go back. Switch, do it again. Look with purpose. Be in a relaxed position. I like chairs, chairs that don't make a lot of noise. I actually hunt sometimes with a metal folding like office chair, just because they're easy enough to carry out in the woods and they don't creak a lot and they're solid, and you have something that you can lean your back against. Because sitting up on a little stool like this, you start slouching and up and down, and it's just good. Just sit back. When you see a deer, or if you want to look over there, see, I can only see to right there, and I can only really focus over there. That's my vision. So if I want to look over here, turn your head about this fast. See that? Turn slow. If you have a white beard or a big white head like me, put something on it. When I hunt, I either wear a head net because of this, or I'll put like a bandana, like a green bandana around, or a red one, it doesn't matter, around my face like this, and I usually have a hat on because it's cold. So you don't have this big white blob sticking out there in the woods, because look at the woods behind me. See, this sticks out, right? But it doesn't have to be camouflage. Deer are colorblind. It just doesn't matter. So sit still, sit in a good place for deer. How do you know where there's a good place for deer? There's lots of articles on it. Walk around. It's not too hard to find deer trails. They're creatures of habit. They walk the same way almost every day at about the same time. You know, these guys who shoot these huge deer that you see the pictures of out on Texas game ranches, I know some guides out there, and they have these beautiful plush blinds that is like an office cubicle on stilts that these guys sit in, and they tell them, all right, now just sit here and look out this way. You'll probably, they know exactly when that deer's walking by because there's feeders out here that they can't see from the blind, and they've got cameras everywhere, and they know at what time that deer crosses in front of that blind every day. And so depending on the mood they're in is how long they'll make the guy sit there before he can shoot his deer. They're creatures of habit. They're not that hard to shoot once you figure out where they're going. So wear some kind of just blendy any clothes. Again, it doesn't have to be camo. When I hunt, I just wear whatever. But smell is important in two ways. One, you really want the wind blowing in your face because deer smell. They have a good sense of smell. And if they smell something different out there, they're not going to like it. Now, truth be told, I have a whole herd of deer that comes right back there twice a day. No, I don't shoot my little pet deer, but I could. And I'm not worried about smell because they're used to the smell here. But if you were to go out, you know, half a mile that way into the woods, they're not used to the smell, so you don't want to smell. You don't want them to smell you. And so two things. One, try to keep the wind in your face. And two, don't smell. So when you wash, this is men and women, wash with like ivory soap, scentless. Wash your clothes in scentless stuff if you have it. And if not, like 2 weeks before deer season, hang all your hunting clothes, including your t-shirts and stuff, out on the line. Let them get rained on and sun on and wind on and rained on. Let that happen a lot. And then throw them in plastic bags with a bunch of leaves in them and close them up. And then keep them out on your front or back porch or out in the garage or something where they can't pick up the smells of stuff. And then when you change into those clothes to go hunting. Don't eat spicy food. Don't eat garlic, stuff like that. When I'm hunting and I've got to go somewhere and I take food, I take peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on brown bread because it doesn't look like a deer's tail flagging the white bread coming up, because deer do that as a sign of danger. They put their tail up and other deer notice that and then go away from it. So I use brown bread, and I put peanut butter and jelly because all animals like peanut butter, and I figure jelly's not an offensive smell. So that's what I eat. I eat very slowly. So do that. Watch what you eat. Watch what's on your body. Watch how your clothes smell. Watch which way the wind is. Sit very still. Have a rifle or a shotgun, whatever you're allowed to shoot them with. Typically 30 caliber is fine. Okay. Truth in advertising. I've probably shot 35, 45 deer somewhere in there in my life. Most of those deer I shot right before it got dark. Like right before, minutes before. I have gutted a lot of deer in the dark. I love headlamps. It used to be Maglite, so you're holding a Maglite in your mouth while you're trying to gut this deer, and that was horrible. Now you just, headlamps work great. But I've shot a lot of them in the late afternoon. Not as many in the early morning, although a lot of people have success with that. Maybe I don't get out early enough. And then I've shot a fair number around 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. They're going to their bedding areas then. And so they're moving. When a lot of hunters go in to eat lunch, I think they also kick the deer up and they start moving. I'm just sitting there still as can be. I'm an ambusher. I ambush the deer. So you don't need a lot. A good way to learn how to hunt is to find somebody in your area that's a successful hunter and have them take you or show you or talk to you about it in your area, because things are different in different areas. Plus you got to know the legal rules and things like that. But it's time to start getting ready for fall hunting. So start thinking about that. How are you going to provide your own meat? It's a skill that humans used to just take for granted. It's what we do. We go hunt, we kill, we bring it home, we eat it. That's how we live. And we've gotten away from that. Well, you may have to get back to it. And hunting, being able to successfully hunt game, and the more basic you do it, the better it is for you as far as developing skills. You know, if you want to go make a bow, nap an arrowhead, make your own arrow and fletch it, and go out there and kill a deer, yeah, you're going to have a lot more skills than somebody who, you know, goes to a Texas game ranch, right? So take the opportunity. Think about that. Think about going hunting this year. Women, I'm talking to you too. You should have those skill sets. You should know how to do that. Women, you should definitely know how to take apart a critter, process it, so that we can, you know, store it. So these are the things. Hunting can be a family activity. My whole family was involved every time. I'm thinking back when, you know, I had little kids in the house and stuff. I typically gutted the deer in the field and left it there, but then I bring the deer home and we have to skin it and butcher it and package it and put it away and cook it, and everybody helped with it. So everybody knew how to do it. Think about hunting. It's a great time. You can just go on the weekend. Be safe. All right, if you have any questions or comments or discussions, keep it below. And again, I'm going to try and have the story fade to black up by today, and I'm trying to get this up too now. So, all right. Hey, maybe I'll see y'all out there.